It's Goosebumps, Goosebumps UK. I'm back with another video. It's been like 4 or 5 months. I kind of wasn't really into Goosebumps for that period of time, but now I'm back into it. I've got a Where the Snowman review, but before that, I've got an announcement, which is the next two books I'll be reviewing. Since it's Christmas time, well, it's November, basically Christmas, I'll be reviewing Where the Snowman, which I just read. I finished reading it like 5 minutes ago. Then next book I'll read will be The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. And to top it off, the last book will be The 12 Screams of Christmas, which is like 170 pages, I think, instead of just like the usual like around 120. If you know another Goosebumps book that's set at like Christmas time or winter or has like snow or something, please tell me in the comments. I know there's Lappy New Year, and I guess that's kind of like wintry, but if I'm gonna review the Horrorland books, I've read them all. I'm gonna like reread them and do them in order. But yeah, so Goosebumps, Beware the Snowman. So I'd give this book probably like a 6, maybe 6.5, I don't know. So the like kind of plot twist in this one, I like audibly laughed when it happened. I'm not going to talk about that much though. I'm going to save that for the spoiler section. I'll tell you when I'll get to the spoiler territory, but yeah. So Goosebumps, Beware the Snowman. You can read the back if you want. I don't really, I'm not gonna like narrate that or anything, but yeah, the book. So basically, there's this character called Jacqueline. By the way, I just want to mention I read this book over the span of like 4 months because I started reading it, forgot about it, then came back to it like a few weeks ago, and yeah, so now I've finished it. There's this character called Jacqueline, and what's like surprisingly doesn't usually happen in a Goosebumps book. Her parents are dead, which barely ever happens, so it's a bit dark for a Goosebumps book. But yeah, she lives with her aunt, called Aunt Greta, I think, and she moves to this town. Can't remember the name of it. I'll just call it Alaska, even though it isn't Alaska, but there's like snow, so yeah, I'll just call it Alaska. So she moves to Alaska. And everyone in this town, they always like build snowmen, I think, to like stop themselves from like and to like defend themselves from a evil snowman or something. I don't know. And Jacqueline, she randomly, I think at the start of this book, she just remembers this poem, and it's like, I think it might be here. Wait a sec. Yeah, it's actually here in the first page. When the snow blows wild and the day grows cold, where the snowman, my child, where the snowman, he brings the cold. Yeah, that's like the poem, and she's trying to remember the second verse throughout like the whole book. She's trying to find it. Yeah, so she just randomly remembers that on her like car ride there, and it's pretty. I think it's a bit of a coincidence because there's snowmen everywhere, and so yeah, she remembers that, and she's trying to like settle into her new home. She makes some friends and stuff. Can't remember their names, but yeah, I kind of want to get into spoiler territory because the plot twist, it's just so funny. Like, I audibly laugh when it happened. But yeah, that's pretty much the plot. So I thought the characters were fine. The plot was like good until like the last third. What else do I need to say? So the plot was good until like the kind of final third act. Overall, yeah, I'd give it like a 6.5 out of 10. So now I'm gonna get into spoiler territory. So if you haven't read this, click off, or if you want spoilers for some reason, keep watching. I don't really care. So yeah, so basically the plot twist is, so she goes up to there's this cave that has like an ancient snowman or whatever. That's like the myth that all the townspeople talk about. And she goes up with her friends, and then when she's there, there's like this massive snowman and it's like I audibly laughed when I read this. So she's talking to the snowman, and he's like, "What is your name?" I think it's Jacqueline D. Forrest is my name. And then the snowman says, "I am your father." I'm not sure if it's meant to be a reference to Star Wars or not, but it's obviously like the line from Star Wars and everything. Yeah, so he says that, and then her aunt Greta comes up and up to the cave on like the top of the mountain or whatever, and she's like, "Jacqueline, no, don't trust him." But the snowman's all like, "Oh, your aunt Greta is actually a sorcerer, and she turned me into a snowman. Don't trust her." Yeah, so basically, she manages to turn by. She finds out the second verse of the poem, and that brings the snowman back, and he doesn't become a snowman, but he's actually a monster. She should have trusted Aunt Jacqueline, honestly. Yeah, so it turns out that the snowman isn't her dad, it's a monster. But there's yeah, so it's all like attacking them and everything. And I forgot to mention, there's this guy called Conrad that lives like near the top of the mountain, and everyone, like, he's kind of mysterious, no one really knows much about him. He doesn't like talk to anyone because he's a loner. Yeah, who also has a dog. But it turns out, so Conrad, he go I forgot what happens. Oh yeah, so Conrad, he sends an army of snowmen, the ones from the town, to the top of the mountain, and then I think they defeat the like the evil snowman monster thing, and it turns out that Conrad is Jacqueline's father. And it's just like, I found the ending of this is like one of the best examples of like Goosebumps plot twist being written at like the end of the book or whatever. But yeah, and that's pretty much the end. There's just like 5 pages left after that, and it's just like, and yeah, that's the end. That's pretty much all I have to say. Characters fine. Hated the plot twist. It was good up until that part though. Overall, I'd give this book a 6.5 out of 10. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go now, and I'm probably gonna start reading The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. But if you are one of the 2 people watching this video, please comment like any Christmas Goosebumps book set at winter, or any Christmassy Goosebumps books. I have about like 100 Goosebumps books, I think. So it's not like guaranteed that I'll have every single wintry Goosebumps. I just said Goosebumps book, but yeah, I don't really care. Just comment it below, please. I am literally begging you. Anyway, bye, and my next review will be Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. Bye.